Hi everyone. While he gets that swapped over, my name is Robert Charles. I work for Global Star. We are a satellite communication company. I am the Director of Web and Software Development. And as I've talked with a couple of you, I've inherited a few other duties recently, but we're going to focus on the web and software development for now. Global Star, we've been around for a long time, 32 years. Lately our focus, as Dayon had mentioned, has become more towards the IoT side of the house. We have both commercial and retail devices, our IoT devices, oil rigs and trucks and tankers and things of that nature. On the retail side, we have our Spot Messenger services, which is more of a personal locator beacon, right, with SOS features. At current, we have closing in on 9,000 rescues of individuals in distress in very remote locations without any sort of cell coverage or anything of that nature. As I mentioned, we have the different varieties of our tools here. We've got the messengers, we've got the embedded devices, we've got the IoT devices, and it's across all industries. We have it in the forestry, the maritime, the governments. But here's what we're really here to talk about. Our partnership with CVIS has been very beneficial for us. Everyone in this room that has hired any sort of contractors or contracting companies knows that they don't always work out for you, right? There's going to be problems. He's mentioned the people that focus on the contracts and have to get the legal teams involved and all that. Fortunately, we have never had to have any sort of discussion like that with CVIS. They've been an invaluable partner, and I, for one, am glad to have them. We do work amazingly well across all the time zones. I never feel like I'm out of touch with the teams on this side. Dayon and I work very closely together. We have our syncs for multiple teams, because I don't just have a single team with CVIS. I have, is it 5 now? 5. I have 5 separate teams with CVIS working on 5 separate projects, and we laid out a roadmap this morning for our next year of projects. As Dayon mentioned, the deadline is really a deadline, and CVIS delivers on time, every time. I have 0 complaints about that. The amazing thing about working with Dayon is going back to the communication. We are constantly striving to improve how things flow back and forth, because I also have teams in-house, and those teams in-house have to work with his teams. And across 5 different projects, it is an endeavor in and of itself. But we managed to make it work, and all of our projects are coming in on time. The BSS upgrade that Dayon mentioned was a massive undertaking. As we are a telco company, we do have phones aside from our IoT devices. He and his teams took everything that we had, and we've had in place for years, for several decades, and managed to upgrade them and deliver them on time, actually faster than expected. And everything is still functioning today, and it works flawlessly. We currently have many different portals for our customers to use, as well as our in-house teams. And with CVIS's help, we're managing, we're updating, and we're providing further integration with microservice APIs amongst all of them. This allows us to adapt and move more quickly when we need to add or remove features. We talked about the one just now, the BSS, the new My Account portal. This was a really difficult project to get kicked off, because my predecessor had started this project with another contracting company, and they were not working out for us. I talked with Dayon. He said, hey, I can put together a team for you. We'll get this taken care of. So he stepped in mid-project with his team and managed to bring everything and deliver it on the original timelines, and it's been a complete success. We have a whole new UI for our customers to use. It's mobile friendly. It works on everyone's devices. The old UI was a little more cumbersome. After we get all that accomplished, we implemented all the automated regression testing and everything to ensure that going forward, we can seamlessly test our new code as well as our existing code so that we don't introduce any new issues. So the integrated billing system we've talked about. We've also done automated reporting with them. Like I mentioned, I have 5 different teams. We have some legacy PHP type teams. We have Angular teams. We have Java teams. And they all work together and they all work towards a common goal. He mentioned that they own everything end to end. And we as a company and we as his partners, and he as our partner, we all own everything end to end. And that drives towards a common goal of producing good quality software, right? We take all that and we apply our business principles to it and things just work. This is the new My Account portal. When they inherited it, it may be a little technical here, but the page size for a login page shouldn't be 16 megabytes. And that is a tremendous amount. That's what they inherited. It's now 906K, and it loads extremely fast within seconds. We have improved accessibility scores. We're rolling out to Angular 14 now. Everything is clean and easy to use. All of the test automation has allowed us to roll out features in a much more rapid fashion. The test time for full regression tests are down from about 13.5 hours to 6 hours using the automated systems that they've developed. So we can run multiple full regression tests in a week before our release cycle on the next week. And that's pretty much it from my side of things. I just can't emphasize enough how important the team infrastructure that Dayon and Sivas have put in place and how well that works for us as a company. Just because it doesn't feel like I have an offshore team, it just feels like I have a team, right, from my perspective. So, as he mentioned, I'm happy to talk with anyone individually. We can do the Q&A, and thank you all for your time.